Hey everyone, this is Matt, the resale champ. I'm very excited to bring to you my very first thrift haul. This is no ordinary thrift haul either. This is from a church rummage sale. If any of you have ever been to a church rummage sale, they are really great because you get tons of items from a lot of different people. So instead of going to like one little yard sale, you have one person there that has their stuff set up, maybe two families come together. This is literally could be hundreds or even thousands of families from the church that bring stuff in, to sell. So it's a great one-stop place to find a little bit of everything. This particular rummage sale I'd been to in the past, and I remember because I found, I want to say a couple years ago, a really cool Cricut cake cutting machine. These are red. This is a crafting machine that would cut fondant, I guess, and stuff for making cakes. I want to say I paid about $40, $50, and I was able to flip that on Amazon for several $100s. So I remember that, those kind of finds you kind of remember. So I did see that this, church was doing another one, and I had not been out doing any kind of thrifting or anything in forever because I do focus a lot on online, OA, online arbitrage and stuff for Amazon. So I don't get out like I used to, but I was really looking forward to getting to this church rummage sale. So it started on Friday at 8 o'clock. I was there right at 8 o'clock, right when they opened. And of course, I did not get there early enough to get in line. So there was, some people ahead of me. And this was evident because as soon as I walk in, I see a pile of stuff already on a table with some great items in it. And I walk over there and the lady is like, "Oh yeah, these are already saved or reserved." And I was like, "Oh." So, it pays to get there early. I didn't do that. I mean, I got there right on time. I should have been there a little earlier. So what I'm going to do, the setup on this is what I'm going to shoot for is I want to research these items as I do the haul. I have not done that yet. I don't know how well it's going to work. It might take forever. We'll see how it works. If it does not work well, I might have to, come approach it differently next time and do the research ahead of time. But this way, you're going to see, hey, if I bought some bad stuff, you'll see it. If I got some good stuff, you'll see it. And we will I'll be putting some of these items on eBay and hopefully some of them on Amazon as well. So I'm excited to kind of see because I haven't done the research yet. So I'm excited to see what I end up with. I spent exactly $100 cash. So I actually had money with me, which is a good thing because they did not have any other means of payment. So they didn't have cards set up at all. But I did happen to have a pocket full of cash with me. And what's funny is it ended up being, I want to say it was $96 was the total actually. And what they did is, they had a nice lady there, writing everything up. And then they had another one or two ladies because of how much stuff I had. Because I basically was finding stuff. I had no cart. And the thing with these rummage sales, they're, for the most part, they don't provide buggies. They don't provide carts. A lot of people use these blue IKEA bags. And I have actually a few of those and I didn't bring them. So like I said, I haven't been in forever. So I was a little out of practice. So what I was basically doing, I was finding items and then I would go and bring them over to one of their checkout tables and go, "Hey, can you hold this or reserve it?" So I was creating basically a big reserve pile. And it worked okay. I kept having to look over there constantly to make sure nobody was going through my stuff and grabbing items. So that's the downside of doing that. But here's a little tip, be prepared and bring something to put your items in that you can kind of tote around with you and that can be portable. Anyway, back to it was $96 and the lady, they brought in a box, they piled stuff, put stuff in my box and kind of put everything in like a cart. And so I was like, "Hey, $4, we'll make it 100 even." Cause I actually asked, "Hey, can you, round up for the church?" And I was like, "Sure. You helped me load everything. You helped me back everything. So I appreciate that. So we'll just make it even 100. And plus all I have are 20s. I didn't have a way to give her $96 anyway. So what I want to do is kind of go through items. I'll look them up and see how good, or not, if they were good scores or not. Another thing with this church rummage sale is there were the reception was terrible. And this happens a lot because they do them in like a gymnasium or an auditorium, which this is what it was kind of set up in, like a metal gymnasium. And so it was very difficult to do any kind of research. So I was really having to kind of find things that I kind of knew were going to be okay, or I thought would be okay. And the pricing here was incredible. So that makes you feel a lot better, because the pricing was was low enough to where I felt like it would be hard to lose on something. So that was the other thing. I quickly found that as I started going through stuff, I'm like, wow, this is cheap. This is cheap. This is a really good deal. And then some stuff you would come across and be like, wow, you could tell different people price things. And so some people would be pricing a little higher, but most of the time we're talking a couple dollars, maybe up to $5 on stuff, which is great when I see that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we will see. I'll be bringing in an eBay or Amazon stream. We'll look stuff up. But what I wanted to start with is a couple things. When I go thrifting or yard selling, I like to find things for myself, and I do this. It's fun. It's fun, first of all, and plus, it saves you, having to go out and spend a lot of money retail, when you do want these items. So first couple of things I found were some Christmas items. You can see one right behind me right here. This is, we just moved into a new house, and we had blow ups and stuff before for Christmas. So we're kind of getting away from that and doing, they would last like a year and then they would be gone. They would last one season. So what we were looking for is more of the put together, the things to put out in your yard. So I caught this thing caught my eye. It is a light up burlap squirrel in the box, and you can see the price right on it. So this is probably a Walmart item, if I had to guess, $29.84, $30 item. This was marked, I don't know if you can see the tag there, $5. So the thing with, there's no way to check this really. I mean, I'm not going to for $5. I'm not going to pull this thing out and try to put it together in the middle of the rummage sale and plug it in. You can see it has been used. I mean, it's not in plastic or anything like that. And hopefully, everything's there, and hopefully it works. If not, for $5, I'll be donating it or throwing it out if it doesn't work. So we have some deer that we have. Not sure how great the squirrel's going to go with it, but we can try it out and see. So that was one item. And then I found one other Christmas item these are things I'm going to keep. What's funny is, and this is how I can tell you how, people do different pricing. So I found this. This is a lighted animated polar bear. So this thing obviously would be more expensive, and it's got a Bed Bath & Beyond price right there, $69.99. And this thing, the polar bear, the head has motion, so the head will move back and forth. $3. So this animated $70 item was $3, and the unanimated item, about half of its size, was $5. So, but it's a church rummage sale. I'm not going to argue with the pricing. And this one, honestly, I did kind of look at it. Same kind of thing here. It's not in plastic at all, but the white looks pretty white. Doesn't look all dingy. Like sometimes they'll look rusty or nasty because they've been out in the weather. It looks like it was used probably once. Again, I didn't test it. Hopefully it works. So right there, I spent $8 on 2 Christmas items for myself that had a retail. Of course, I probably wouldn't have paid retail, even I would have used a coupon or something, but $70 and $30, $100 retail value on these things. And I spent $8. So, less than 10%. I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, I'll be happier, if they work, and I'm probably not even going to set those up. They'll go in my attic or storage area, and then come Christmas, I will set them up and see how they do. Hopefully they work. So that was kind of neat to find those. So let's start going through some exciting stuff. First thing, I do like to look at our electronics. So I did find, this is a Panasonic DVD recorder. And I'll show it to you. Here it is. So the model DMR ES25. and it is a DVD recorder. And you can see the price on there. It was $3 for this DVD recorder. Again, for $3, I didn't plug it in. I didn't test it. Something unique about it, it actually had the instruction booklet with it. That's really cool. And I did not grab a remote. I didn't see a remote with it. Now, what I should have done is I should have dug through all the electronic area looking for this remote because it probably was there. They had the instruction book. So that's the only downside, but let's look this thing up and see what this Panasonic DMR ES25 goes for. So let's look. I'm going to look on Amazon first and see if it's on there. Panasonic. And here, let me bring this in. Panasonic DMR ES25. And it does pull up some stuff. So let me bring this in here. And so you can see kind of what I'm looking at. Okay. Now, this is a program from Inventory Lab that I use for my Amazon sales. And this is a Scout research program tool called Scout. And so that's what I'm using. You can see right here in home theater, 28,000 rate Panasonic. That is the exact item right there. Has an HDMI and SD card apparently slot. I swear I've not looked these up. And you can see right here, over here, we have $235, $238, and $242. I think I did okay with this. So let's click on it. And again, this would be, you would be expected to have the remote with it. But this is the exact one. I do have the instruction book. And let's see, you can see it actually has cells. Now I've got a program on here and it does tracking for sales history. So I can see if an item actually is selling. And this thing will sell. As you can see, these are all used. So it's in that $200 price range, $219.08. It's been selling. This is all in the last 30 days. I can see probably 10 or more sales. So this thing will absolutely sell at over $200, and I paid $3. Now, again, we have to assume that this thing works. I've not plugged it in or tested it, but that will be something with electronics that you do have to do. But you can find these deals like this where you can buy something for, typically $5 to $10. I got this one for $3 and sell them for a couple $100. So I'm very excited about that. And I probably should, let's keep track because I have no idea. I haven't done any research yet. And I know I spent $100, right, on everything. And let's take a look here. Let's just write down. So that was, we're going to go with the $235. That's the lowest price. A lot of times also what you can do is you can look at these listings that are currently listed and you can see what they have in their listing. So let's do that. Let's click on that. And let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's do it this way. All right, so you can pull these up on Amazon and you can see this one that's $235.99 comes with the remote. Okay, but it doesn't say anything about the instruction booklet. The $229.99 plus shipping comes with the remote. Perfectly function unit only, remote not included. The one that's $219.08 plus 23 shipping. Now again, these are all merchant fulfilled listings. I'm going to probably, well, I'm not probably, I am going to send this in FBA. So I will probably list mine for like $249.99. I may or may not include the remote. Amazon, you are required to include all the items. So I might look the remote up on eBay and see about how cheaply I can get it. But at a $3 investment, I have no issue. I'm going to make money on this. So I will most likely list this thing for probably about $250 FBA. And then when it sells, I don't have to deal with it again. Very cool. All right, so that was my first item. Let's keep going and see what else I found. And all right. I apologize. I'm having to go back and forth between these screens. So I'm working two computers actually. I like to always look for kitchen items, especially in the box. So anything like these specialized makers typically will do okay. Now, I know it's not going to be a couple $100 like that electronic. And this is definitely used. There's no, none of the original packings in there. It's just the item shipped in the box. This is a super pretzel maker. It does have the little instruction booklet. You do have to check these things. Sometimes they're kind of used on the inside, like they didn't get cleaned. This looks like it's been used, but it's not filthy. All right. What did I pay for this? There's no price. And I've got like 3 of these, not these, but 3 kitchen items in the box. And I feel like the lady, when we were negotiating the price, she said $10 for all 3. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So we'll call it $3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this UPC code to look this up on Inventory Lab. So let's type that in. 831-121-001-672. Okay, and there it is. Okay, so Smart Planet, soft pretzel maker. So here's what you're going to find. A couple of things to look at here. First of all, over here, this is the FBA. This is the FBA screen, the green, and that's what I'm going to be looking at. 41.25, very good. So $40, not bad. That's probably in the price range that I'm going to list this in that $40 range. The other thing to look at here too is this rank. All right. So you'll see. Let me actually bring this up bigger. You can see it. All right. So 271,000 is pretty high in kitchen. That means that it's not going to sell immediately, but it will sell. Might take a couple months. Might be a month. Might be a couple, but it will sell. It's got a rank, and there's in the $40 range. So we'll put $40 on this, and that's not bad for a $3 investment. All right. So, and I apologize as I'm going to be going in and off the screen to grab these items and pull them up. So hopefully that works out okay, and it's not too weird. So I will show you. Here's the other 2 of those 3 for $10 kitchen item deals. I love finding things brand new in the box because those are no-brainers. Slap a label on them. They go into Amazon. Farberware is always a good brand to look for. So this does pretty well and carries a pretty decent price on Amazon. This is new in the box. It's got a little tear right here from the tape, but I can look at it and tell this has never been opened. This is the original tape on it. So I can feel it's not moving around in there. It's in the original packaging. Again, $3 will be the price on this. So I'm going to look up the, let's look up the UPC and see what it goes for. And what is this thing anyway? I don't even know what it is. Stainless steel percolator. I guess that's for coffee. I've never percolated, but apparently it's a sought after item because as you can see on Amazon, brand new, this thing sells for $77.33. Boom. All right, so as you can see over here, newest FBA price, lowest new FBA is $77.33. That is what I'm going to sell it for. $77. Again, paid $3. And also notice over here, the rank, 24,000. Now the other item was kitchen, it was 200 and something. 24,000. This thing's going to sell within a week of it hitting the hitting Amazon, hitting the warehouses. So this will go quickly. That's going to be a fast flip, $3 into $77. Of course, I don't get that after fees. It's going to be quite a bit less than that, but that's fine. I will take that kind of return all day. All right, let's keep going now to the next of our 3 kitchen items. Another, what appears to be new in the box, Mr. Coffee iced tea maker. Sorry about that. I am completely off screen. Okay. Mr. Coffee iced tea maker, still in the box, brand new. I can tell from the tape it's never been opened. It doesn't move. There's still in the original packaging. So let's look this guy up and see what he's going for. This is also going to go into Amazon. So let's take a look. 072-179-235-200. And there it is. Okay. So this guy, again, remember 3 for 10. Now, first thing I'll bring out to your attention. All right. This is a 6,000 rank. That means it's selling like as soon as it goes live, it's going to sell pretty much. 6,000 in kitchen is incredibly fast. But also pay attention and notice the $24.99. Now, what you'll notice here is that $24.99, that's an Amazon price. See how it says OA, so A for Amazon. That's why it's $24.99. At that price, I would make a very little profit. This is small, oversized. And as you can see down here, $7.99 out of $24.99 is what I would get from selling this on Amazon. Because of the size and the weight of this, it's actually not that heavy, it's just bulky. I just showed that to you and you couldn't see it. Sorry. Anyway, the size and the bulkiness of this, $7.99, I would still double my money, right, from $3. But yeah, I'd rather make more than that. So what I'm going to do, let me go to actual listing and see if Amazon ever goes out of stock. Because if they do, that's when I will make money. Otherwise, I know I could look at eBay and see what it does on eBay. So here it is. So you can see these are other sellers up here at the higher pricing. Amazon's here in the orange or whatever you call that color. And they, for the last 30 days, have been in stock at $24.99. Look what happened. So right after Christmas, which makes sense, they ran out of stock and they were selling for $39.99, which is much better. But that was Christmas, which makes sense because you would think they would sell out at Christmas time. So let's go back and look for a year. They were not out of stock all the way back to last year. And here they weren't even selling it prior to October 2018. So back here, I really could have made some money, right? But of course, I can't go back to the past. So it does not look promising. So it looks like, I either going to sell it on Amazon for $24.99, which would be the simplest and easiest thing to do. And I'd make, $4 or $5 off of my 3. But for grands, let's look it up on eBay and just see. I'm sure the cost of shipping this thing is going to be prohibitive. Here it is. Remember, we just looked this up. It's $24.99 on Amazon. And we have $30 free shipping, $19.89 plus shipping. All of these are going to be more than Amazon. Here's $59.99. But really, when you're looking at eBay, you got to look at sold to really know. So let's click on sold and find out what it's actual selling for. Condition new, 6 have sold. This one $19.30 plus shipping, $24.99 plus shipping. So that matches Amazon, but it's not the free shipping. And $27.95. So I don't know what I would do. The cost of shipping this thing, it's too big really to fit in any kind of a flat rate. Probably guessing 6, 7 pounds. So priority is going to be in the $20 range, I'm guessing, 15 to 20 bucks. It's a tough one. Anyway, so either way, I'm not going to lose money on it, so it's not a bust, but it's not as exciting as the farberware. So remember, keep your eye out for the farberware. And this, obviously, if this had been used and not new, would have been a bad buy. I would be just donating it back if it was not sealed, but it is, so that is good news. All right. So that's kind of what you can see as what I go through when I'm researching is kind of what, most of my new in-box sealed items, I want to go into Amazon because it's much easier to list there. I don't have to list and take pictures and write descriptions. That's all there. All I got to do is add the UPC in and basically put it in a box, put a label on it, put it in a box and send it. So my work that I have into it is way, way less. Even though I could probably make potentially some more money on eBay, I think that is going to go to Amazon because I just don't want to mess with having to pack it and ship it just to try to make maybe 10 bucks on it instead of 5 bucks. All right, so let's see what else I found. All right, so these two items, again, I kind of got for myself, I guess, not really to resell. I didn't really research them because I couldn't in the store. But this is a new in the box fireball game. And what it does is basically you're throwing this ball and catching it with these things. It is new in the box, as you can see. Yeah, that's better. And it does have a lighted ball where the ball lights up. So 2 LED light up tossers, on off button on back for constant glow. Of 1 bright continuous glow fireball can be played with day or night. It's like, hey, that sounds pretty cool. I've got a couple teenagers. Maybe we can throw this around in the yard and have some fun with it. $4 price sticker on it. So for $4, I think that would be fun. We can look this up just for grins, but I'm probably going to keep it. It's not a brand or anything I recognize. Sport Craft. We can look it up on Amazon and just see if it's doing anything there. So let's look up that UPC code 044736117. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so this is a bad sign. So it does have the right label, and let me know if you can see this here. It does say it is the Fireball LED tossers, but it's got a picture of a woman with a shirt on. And used price $39.99 and $44.98. No new offerings, but here's the big thing here is the 510,000 rank, and the category is single page, detail page, miscellaneous, which basically means it's not selling. Nobody's buying this. Nobody's looking for it. So if I sent this into Amazon FBA, it would probably sit there for a year and then start accruing long-term storage fees. So this is a keeper for myself to play with and me and my family. And along those lines, I bought another little toy for myself. So let me bring this back up here. All right. And this is actually the second one of these I bought, and the other one is still in the garage. I've never even taken it out of the box yet. This is a remote control plane, Firebird Outlaw. Sorry, don't have a lot of screen here. Actually, let's take this off. Yeah, it'll be easier to see. Okay, so there it is, the Firebird Outlaw Hobby Zone. And on the back, you can see a little better. So it is a remote controlled airplane. And I thought that would be lots of fun to play with. It does look like it says Skill Zone 1, complete with all batteries and learn to fly. Now, I did pull this out because it is not brand new. I pulled it out. It is still in the foam packaging. So that's a good sign, because if it was just laid in there in the box with all the parts, I may not have grabbed it. but I'm not going to pull it all out right now. But I will try it out and see. We can look this up, but I'm probably not going to sell it. It looks like it's a pretty inexpensive. If you look at this, yeah, it looks kind of cheap. I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not, but it doesn't look like it's anything high end or anything. But we can take a look real quick and see on Amazon if it's anything, but it's probably not. So let me type in the UPC and we'll find out what comes up. Hopefully it's not even on Amazon. So this product is not even on Amazon. So if I wanted, I could go in there and create a detail page and list it. Yeah, that is not what I do. I generally do not add items to the Amazon catalog. I'm usually just selling things that are already added in there. So again, I don't know if it works. I don't know. This has a price sticker on it. $2. So I think it came from the same place because it's got the same kind of sticker on it. So they had the $4 Fireball and the $2 Airplane. Went from somebody's junk drawer or junk garage to mine. So that's 4 items now that I kind of got for myself to let the kids play with or to play around with. That was like $6. So there's no value there for me. And I forgot, I did not write down, I'm going to put down $5 in profit for that iced tea maker for Mr. Coffee. Yeah. So, all right. Now I'm going to have to go grab some more stuff and bring it over here. So give me like just a minute. Hopefully I won't be too long. Okay. All right, that's there. I don't know if I can edit the video, but if I can, I'll try to edit this out. I am kind of new to doing this, so hopefully it won't be too difficult to edit. So when I was going through the electronics section, I found this giant bag. Oh, I was like, very cool. It is heavy. There's a lot of stuff in this giant bag. Let's see what's in here. No price tag or anything. But it is a nice big bag. In fact, the bag it's a Griffin. So Griffin's a good brand for protective like cases and stuff like that. So that's, if nothing else, I could probably sell this case and do pretty well. It has pockets and storage on both ends. It's got something that goes here that's not there. And it's got like a hard plastic feet on the bottom. It's a hard plastic bottom. So let's see what exciting things that I got. Now this bag, I pay $10 for everything, for the bag and everything that's in it. Let's see what kind of treasures I found. This is a camera bag, by the way. So that is what I got. I got an old Minolta film camera, I'm guessing. And it is a Minolta Maxim 5000i, very worn here on the end, as you can see. May or may not have film in it. It does have some kind of lens on it. It is a Minolta lens, so probably the one that came with it. It looks like it is removable. I forget what they call these. I'm not a camera guy. It's got the original Minolta. This is obviously vintage, but vintage isn't necessarily good with electronics. I mean, it depends. And this one might be okay. I'd have to look it up and see. So let's do that real quick. I've got some other stuff in here. And we'll see if this is going to be a bust or not. I could look it up on Amazon. Sometimes this camera stuff might be better off on eBay, but let's try Amazon first and see if it's on there. So I'm just going to search Minolta. Did I spell that right? Yeah. 5,000 I. Let's see what that comes back with. Well, there it is. So it's buried under all these manuals, but right down here, let me put this full screen. Right down here, you'll see the Minolta Maxim 5000i, 35 to 70 millimeter, 42,000 in photography. So let me click on that. And you'll see right here, over here in the used, again, these are not FBA, 37.93, 57.95, 62.99. So if I pull up the actual listing, that's a terrible picture, by the way, for Amazon. This is some guy took a picture of his camera and created a listing, and that's what you got for your listing, unfortunately. And it does not really sell well. As you can see here, there's been like one sale in the last month. But I would expect older equipment like this, camera equipment, to not really sell well. And let's take a look back 3 months. It sold a handful of times. So this is going to take a while. It might take a couple months to sell. But again, there's no FBA offers here. People tend not to buy. They like FBA. And then here's all the pictures. And that is not quite, that's a little different. I'd have to make sure the lens looks a little smaller on mine than what's on that picture. So I have to make sure the lens is correct for that listing. If it's not, then I might have to take it off and do it different. I'm looking to see right now if this thing says, oh, I don't have me on the screen anymore. Apologize for that. This lens, as you can see, it looks to me a little smaller. So I'd have to make sure it is the 35 to 70. I'm looking on it right now to see. All I see is 49 millimeter AF lens 50. So I don't think that's the same lens or the right lens. But guess what? There's another lens in here. So I'm going to write down 50. I'd probably list this. If I do send it in, it's going to be probably like 50 bucks FBA for the camera. I could look it up on eBay and see, but I'm guessing maybe 30 to 50 on eBay. But what's nice here, let me bring me back up, big, it's got another lens in there. And sometimes lenses are worth more than the cameras. A lot of times they are. And it does have a cap. It looks like it is a Minolta cap. Now, just because the cap says Minolta doesn't mean the lens is, but the lens is, because there's the little Minolta logo right there. And this is an AF lens 70 to 210, whatever that means, but I'm guessing that goes to 210 is the magnification. The AF, I think, is just the type of connection to the camera. I'm guessing it goes with the camera. So let's see, I've sold Canon lenses before that I found at garage sales on Amazon. So let's look this up and see if I can get anything for the lens. Okay, I'm going to leave that open. And now I don't have a UPC, so I'm just going to type in Minolta AF 70 to 210. And there it is. So this looks like it is the correct lens, Minolta AF 70 to 210. You can see the rank on this thing. Now that says for Sony Alpha. I don't know. This says, I have to make sure this is the right lens, because that says Maxim. I don't know if this is Maxim or not. I don't know how you know, but I'd have to just look at the picture of the lens and look and see. But right from what I'm seeing right now, it does look like the right lens, because it has this right here, which is also on the camera. I mean, on the screen. And I'd have to it's got caps on it, but I think this is the right lens. And one thing you'll notice here, now this is showing no sales activity, but these things can be deceiving because a lot of times they don't show. And there's listings from $45 starting at $45. And that's why I was saying a lot of times the lenses are worth what the camera's worth. So I'm going to list this again. None of those are FBA. So I'm going to list this at 50. So that's 50 on the camera, 50 on the lens. Again, none of this is tested. Now, the caveat on these is that I test them and they're all working correctly. Because if they're not, then now I'm looking at 4 parts on eBay if they're even worth anything. As a little bonus, a little Canon handheld. If I had to guess, this is probably worthless. Z115, I'll look it up, but I can't imagine that this little camera is worth anything. It's an old film camera, but let's look just for grins since I have it up. Z115. Okay, how are we doing on time? About 45 minutes. That's not too bad. Canon Z115. If it's even there, I doubt it's selling. It's there. A 32,000 photography rank. Oh my gosh. Okay, 4450 FBA offers. I never would have thought maybe $14.99 or something like that. But Canon is a good name, so maybe it's the Canon. This thing's in kind of rough shape, so I think 4450 would be generous. I might even have to do a little less than that, maybe 40 bucks, assuming it's working. So what am I at? 140 right now for this bag that I spent $10 on. There's a little box, probably got film in it maybe. It's an unboxing of stuff. I have no idea. So it's kind of cool what I'm looking at here. No, that is not. Here, let me put this, put me back up full screen. This is not what I thought. I thought maybe it was some film. It's dirty, whatever it is. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it with the light. I don't know what that is, but it's really dirty. It looks like the back of a camera. It looks like it's the back of a camera. And why you would have this separately, I have no idea. That's what it looks like, and it's filthy. Won't be looking that up. I probably won't do anything with that. And let's see, we got some other little things in here. Here's a little Minolta box. It is a filter marked 49L35EU. I apologize if I'm not doing a good job at showing this stuff to you. So before I end this bag, I'll go through and show everything a little closer so you can see it. This does have a UPC on it, so it's not completely old, but it's still an old style UPC. This might have some value. It's sealed. Well, maybe not. Okay. I don't think it's not really sealed, I guess. Let's look it up real quick. I love looking up if it's got a UPC. I'm looking it up. 043-325-720-505. All right, let's see what it says. It is a UV filter and $23.49 new, $9.49 used. It does look like it sells, $17.50 rank in photography. So, but this is, I can't list this as new. I mean, the box, you can see the back of the box. So I don't know. I mean, might probably throw it up there and might be able to get the $9.49 for it. I'm not going to keep that. I'm not going to list that as a price. I mean, I don't know. Here's a carrier. Sorry, there's a carrier. I don't know. I guess for holding. Maybe it's for holding that filter. I don't know. Here's something else. It's in a really old looking ugly pack. Maybe that's a filter. I wouldn't know. No way to really look it up. And let's see. In a carrying case, we have a flash. There you go. This is a Minolta Maxim 2900 AF flash, and it is rough. I'm throwing it at you, not the computer. Let's look it up. See, Minolta Maxim 2800 AF. Maxim. There it is, 1200 rank in photography, and selling for a whopping $17.89. That's acceptable. 1874, very good. Those are FBA. So I'm gonna list it. I'm gonna say 15. It's pretty dirty. It does have a case, so maybe the case helps sell it. 15 to 20 bucks on Amazon, and it should sell at that rank. Got some cables, miscellaneous. I got some other miscellaneous items in here. So I've got a strap. I keep holding this in the wrong spot. Let me take this off. All right. Strap, cable, USB cable. Can't imagine what you would use that for. And that's about it. There's some other. Here's a Minolta lens cover. That is probably for the camera. So here's the original camera. I don't think I showed it to you very well, but this is it. As you can see on here, it is the Maxim, sorry, 5000. That's where the brand or the model is. You can see it's pretty rough, but I'm guessing this is the lens cap for it. Maybe not. You would think, right? No, maybe not. And that's why it's not. That's why it's loose in there. It does not look like it fits. But that was the camera. Oh wait, here's another lens cap. And we have a winner. Now we have a lens cap. This was, sorry about that. This was the lens that was selling for around 50. That is I guess a zoom lens. The 70 to 210. And then the flash. So it's essentially, it was a single camera, old antiquated, film camera with a bonus point and shoot old Canon that actually says it has some value. So out of that bag, 150 bucks, assuming everything works and tests out correctly. I didn't even look. This bag has all kinds of zippers. It does not appear to have anything in the zippers. It's got zippers on the side. It's got storage on the side. There's nothing in it. Nothing. Okay. So the bag itself, I know it's a Griffin, so I know that's a decent name. It's not a generic, Walmart. I don't know. I'm guessing 20, 25 bucks maybe for the bag. I don't know. I'm not going to bother looking that up right now. I don't guess. So, okay. So how we're doing so far? I think we've done pretty well. I think our big winner so far is the DVD recorder. And so that is one thing. Always look for those. Anything that's got a DVD recorder generally has a pretty decent sale price on it. Whether it's Amazon or eBay, you could sell it on either one. All right. Lots more to come. I told you it's a big thrift haul that I got. All this for 100 bucks. All right, so here we go. Let's keep going. I picked up this thing. As you can see, the price sticker on it was $1. Zeno. No idea what this is. I'm guessing it's a crafting item. Replacement tip cartridge for the Zeno Mini. This is the back. Has a UPC. It is not sealed. It has been opened. Meaning that makes me sad. If it was sealed, my life's a lot easier. All right. is it. And then it's got, this is all it is, so Xeno. And it's got these tips with a cover. It's got 2 tips on here. One says 45, they both say 45. So maybe it was, got good tip goes on it like that, cover goes on it, and then with an extra tip. And I don't think it comes with that. It's got 1 tip, 1 replacement tip. So one of these is probably the original and one is probably the replacement. And they just stuck them both in this box. And I see why this was off, because it does not go in the box and close. So that's why this was off. That makes me sad too. All right. Let's look this up and see what it says. I'm not expecting much. 81103. I'd be happier if it was new, because if it was new, then I feel like we had a chance at making money, but we may not on this. Let me pull it up so you can see it. That is it. Now, as you can see, $52 brand new, 1 listing, and a 749,000 rank on Amazon in beauty, which is not good. So overall, I'd say this thing does not sell, or does not sell well. Oh, I just got an offer. Okay, very cool. I got an eBay offer for some Nike Air Force Ones for $30. I'll have to look at that and see. I might have to take that. I've had these things listed forever. But let's look at this. I mean, I can tell you it's a high rank. It's probably not going to sell and it's used. Yeah. So we'll look and see, but I'm sure there's just nothing here. 3 months. Looks like there was a couple sales back in December right before Christmas, which would make sense. You know, there's been a handful of sales. Here was some new listings in the $50 range. So I don't know, maybe I just don't know with it being open, like with those 2 tips, I don't know if they're good tips or not. So I could run the risk. I could just send it in, and as used, obviously, I'd have to do it as used. Let me close these out. So I'd have to send it in as used and probably in the $30 range and just see if it sells. I mean, it's small and it's light. So the fees are not going to be high, and it's not going to cost me much if it sits there for a few months before it sells. I will probably, you know what, I call that I think that's a success. I'm going to put $24.99. That's half price. $25 for this used on Amazon. We'll see. Might take 6 months to sell. And let's see what else I got. Okay. You always seem to find you can get yard sales and, you know, rummage sales, thrift stores. I used to do really, really well, especially with HP, and now that's kind of dropped off. Like, I mean, I used to be able to sell it pretty high and it would sell quickly. And I think what's happened is now with the thermal printers that people are getting away from the inkjet, and even with the laser printers, so the demand is not there. But this is brand new and sealed, and now it is old, February 2015. So 2 issues here with Amazon. I can't sell this on Amazon. HP is restricted, and I can't sell outdated. So this definitely has to go to eBay. We haven't looked anything up on eBay yet. So let's give it a shot. As you can see, I only paid $2. And since it was a double pack, I thought, hey, maybe it's worth something. Maybe I can get $10 or $15 out of it. Remember, I wasn't able to look this stuff up before. So it does have a barcode. So let's try that first. eBay is slowly getting barcodes in their system. Check it out. Okay. So $27.95 plus shipping just sold actually a few days ago. Now this was probably not expired. Mine's expired. Oh, look at that. Warranty is expired 2012. Mine's 2015. So this is a great sold to go off of. So I will sell one like this. Boom, 27. I will probably list this for $29.99 and plus shipping like they did. So this is going to be a $30 score off of $2. And they do sell, because as you can see, that one sold, and that was a 2012. So exact same item. Awesome. So $30 there. Okay. I grabbed this. Now, these are kind of interesting. I've actually sold a couple of these. I found them at yard sales, and shockingly, they sell. This is an empty. Okay. Let me put it full screen here so you can see. I forget what what they're actually called. It is an empty lower back. What is this? A better prescription for pain. These have a name, and I can't think of. TENS device. That's what these are. MP active TENS devices. I have sold these before on, I think, both platforms, Amazon and eBay. Now, there's a couple issues with this. One is this right here, this $100 in marker. Okay, so that's never good. But a lot of times there's some ways, it's very difficult to get that off, but sometimes you can cover it with a sticker. Worst case is you tear this off. I mean, the box is not new, so hey, the box is torn. Notice it had a $5 sticker on it. I don't know if I paid $5 because it was on a dollar table. I may have gotten this for $1. So worst case, $5. And we pull it out. It has a CD. It's got a CD in there. But these things demand typically high prices. This is the back thing, back strap. It's got these things that I guess send pulses into your back. These metal things. And it's got a hook and loop, not Velcro attachment. Velcro is a no-no on eBay and probably any platform. All right, so these things here. Now I found these before with like new and pack of the attachments, but let's see. Again, I apologize, this isn't ready, but I'm kind of going through this as, that's not good. That something just fell off. This is the actual device here. And this thing plugs into it. This thing plugs into it right here. Kind of like that. It's got a clip to hold. And this is what just came off, this little piece. And let me look and see. I don't know if that's broken, but it looks like it might be. If it is, that's probably holds it in place because this is just sliding on and off. I did not test this again, you can imagine. So it might be worthless if it's broken. And it does have these cables that attach to it. And what I'm seeing here, like it plugs in these little attachment things, I think, go over those metal pieces. And then it sends like pulses into your back to make your back feel better. It's got a power cord. And let's see what else is in here. So I'm gonna have to play with this and see. It's got instructions. It's got this another black strap. And it's got instruction books, a quick start guide, instruction book. I know this is very exciting for you guys to be sitting here listening to me. Okay, so it does have, it's got some new attachment pieces in the bag. Got a couple more. And so this would help me sell it, I guess, if it does work. A couple of these that are the things that actually attach to it. Okay. All right. So let's look this thing up. I don't know that it works, but I have sold some of these for some pretty good money in the past. And so TENS devices, they are prescription related. So generally you can't go into Walmart and buy these. These are like the doctor writes you a prescription for it, and then this company that probably has a contract with Medicare overcharges Medicare like hundreds of thousands of dollars and then sends you this thing that they paid $20 for. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but let's look it up and see how it says patient dispense only. That's probably not good. But like I said, I have sold these. I think I've sold them on eBay and I've sold them on Amazon. But you may have some issues with that. It's been a while since I've sold one. Let's look it up on eBay first, because that would be my most likely spot, I would think. MP. I'm looking to see what comes up. Be active TENS device. So that's what I'm going to type in here. MP active TENS device. Okay, now here's another little tip. So even if I can't get this thing sold, if it's broken, look what's right here. We have a power cord right here, sold for 15 bucks plus shipping. So worst case, you did see there was a power cord there. I can sell this power cord for $15 and toss the rest, and I just tripled my money, because at the most I paid $5. I think I paid $1, but at the most I paid $5. Now here's a different one, an MP Select TENS device. See, they do sell. This TENS device sold for $61 plus shipping. Here's some of the electrodes. Okay, I don't have that many, but here's 20 sealed. So sometimes you can sell the pieces or the parts to it. Here's one that went for $112, probably in better shape and working condition than mine. 36, 36. These are different. Oh, here's mine right here. Now this one says for back and full body. The one I have here says lower back, but this is it. This is the one it looks like, and that went for $22.50. Open box, never used. So that's way better than mine. Mine's definitely been used. But you can see that one, this went for $22. These are not great numbers, by the way, but if you get a nice one, that's, I guess, I've sold this for over 100, in the $100 range, I want to say. You can see this person got $22.50. They did an auction plus shipping. Well, I can sell right up here. I can sell just the plug for $15. So I might be parting this out for what I can get out of it. We can look it on Amazon and just see. I don't know that I would send this into Amazon, but just for grins. It's funny how the Amazon market is quite a bit different than the eBay market. So let's do MP active TENS device. I want to say I've sold like 2 of these, and I think I did one on each platform. The eBay, there's no way to look it up because it only keeps like 3 months of history. Yeah, I'm having issues with it finding it on. I don't even see it here. I see the pads, and but I don't see. Here's a TENS unit right here, but that's not it. So I could look. Let me just look right here and just see what comes up in my. So here's the one that apparently I sold before. I've sold 2 of these. So here's what you can see. Let me pull this up. So I told you I've done pretty well with these before. All right, so you can see. Okay, the first one here, this was from a yard sale in September of 2016. I paid $10 for this one. The MP 199584. So these are the same ones. I sold 2 of the same ones on Amazon. I don't know when it sold, but as you can see, the price was $299.99, so that's what it would have sold for, $300. Pretty good. That's why I like to pick them up, as you can see. This one was listed. This one I got at a yard sale. I paid $25 for it because I did so well with the other one in April of 17, and the exact same one, but listed as good because apparently it wasn't in as good a shape as the other one, and it sold for $199.89, so $200. So not what I'm seeing on this one. Apparently this one's, I guess, a cheaper version, but I will at least be able to make some money. I'm going to go off of, I'm going to put $15 down just off of the plug alone. And again, it'd be difficult to test that. I think I could try to turn it on, turn it off, and see if that works. But beyond that, you know, I'd probably just try to part it out, especially since that adapter looked like it kind of broke. And then you might as well part it out. All right, so let's take this off. And do we want to keep going? We are over an hour. I've got almost two full boxes. So I think what I'm going to do is break this up into two segments instead of doing a 2 hour long haul. I'm going to label this one Uno, part 1, and we will continue on with part 2 on the next time. So just a quick rundown. Let's add this up real quick and see what we got. Let's see how I've done so far. I think we obviously had a big home run with that DVD recorder, assuming it works. Again, you know, all of this is assuming that this thing works. The calculator will not show on the screen, but that's okay. So let's type this all in: 250 plus 40 plus 77 plus 5 plus 50 plus 50 plus 40 plus 15 plus 25 plus 30 plus 15. $597. So $600. I'm about halfway done, maybe not quite halfway done. That's $600 off of 100 spent so far. And again, 250 of that was the recorder. So that's what kind of put that up as high as it did. Again, the caveat there is that everything works as it's supposed to. A lot of times they don't, so you know, I can't assume that everything's going to work. I've got a lot more items to go, some more electronics, some games, some media, clothes. I got a bunch of clothes. So I think that's going to be fun to go through on round 2. Now, none of this counts in that valuation, does not count in the stuff I got for myself. Remember, I got the 2 Christmas items, the squirrel, which was $30. I didn't pay 30, the value on it was 30. The bear, the animated bear, which was 70. So $100 in value there, assuming that those are okay and work okay. So that would put us, what I say, 600. That put us at about $700 in value, if you want to call it that. And then I also got, if you'll remember, I got the 2 game things to keep for myself, the yard game and the airplane. And you know, I have no idea what those values are. So, but those are going to be fun things for us to use. And one of them is brand new, so I know it's going to work and do okay. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for part 1 of the huge thrift haul from the Rummage Church Rummage Sale. And I'm going to do a part 2 coming up with lots more fun and exciting items. Let's see if we can get this thing over $1,000. That's my goal. That would be awesome. I just realized if we could get this over $1,000 value off of 100, that is a huge ROI. And as you can see, most of this stuff was Amazon, which is exciting to me because that's easy. That's to get it out of here and it's gone. I don't have to deal with it or look at it again. I only had 1 or 2 things that were going to be eBay items. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what's left. Come back, subscribe to this channel, please. Like the videos. Let's see if we can get some activity going on this brand new YouTube channel. And I look forward to educating you some more and seeing what else fun and exciting things that we can come bring you in the future. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, and I look forward to the next video. All right, bye.